is going on, folks? Will Turban here. Fake Mike. Real news, bitch. Here with Auditing America.
Real news. Auditing America. Auditing America. Fake Mike. Real news. How are you guys doing today?
Fake Mike. Real news. Make you do the walk of shame. Well, I'm not even gonna. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. What's next?
Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way in, guys. Thank you so much for being here. What's up, Twyla? Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, please. Cowboy Nation, King Grim, SSL TV, SZL TV.
What's up? Massive love out here. Where you guys tuning in from? I got some stuff to talk about today. We got some stuff to talk about. All right, so let's see who's in here. All right, New Mexico, McAllen, Texas. Bro Squizzy, nice. Oh, someone says we have a dead battery. I didn't do that. Live and direct. All right, guys, let's jump right into this. Today, I want to talk about bootlickers debating Glenn Maxwell, birth charts. Let's see, what else I got over here? I got a whole bunch of stuff. Racism. Yep, the racism. We got a lot of stuff to talk today, guys. So share this video. First, I want to talk about something very important that me and Mr. America have told you about a long time, and that calls for one of these here. You know, first I'll read these quotes, and then we will talk about it. The general misconception is that any statute by legislators bearing the appearance of law constitutes the law of the land. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and any statute to be valid must be in agreement. It is impossible for a law which violates the Constitution to be valid. This is succinctly stated as follows, quote, all laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. Marbury versus Madison. Where rights are secured by the Constitution are involved, there can be no rule about making or legislation which would abrogate them. Miranda versus Arizona. An unconstitutional act is not law. It confers no rights. It imposes no duties, affords no protection. It creates no office. It is in legal contemplation as though it never been passed. And then here's another one. No one is bound to obey an unconstitutional law. Is bound to enforce it. So that's exactly what me and Mr. America have been telling you for a long time. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and we have case law right here going back all the way to Marbury versus Madison, which establishes that. Well, what does that mean, guys? What does that mean? Well, that means that any law or mandate or requirement or suggestion that they try to get you to do, that's not with the Constitution, it's unconstitutional. It doesn't exist. It says right here, an unconstitutional act is not law. It confers no rights. It imposes no duties, affords no protection. It creates no office. It is in legal contemplation, as inoperative as though it had never been passed. What does that mean? That means when they shut down the First Amendment in a courthouse, when me and Mr. America go there, it means it's not constitutional. That means when they tell you to stay in your house and you can't worship your God, it means it's not constitutional. When they say, hey, that's a red flag law, we're going to take your guns, or hey, you know, thank you very much, Shazak. You guys go check out Shazak, my boy. Thank you for that super chat, pimp. I love Shazak. That's my boy. That means when they say you can't have, when they come get you, when cops murder people for red flag laws, that's unconstitutional. When they say you can't have your weapon in the courthouse, that's unconstitutional. When they make you go through that scanner at the courthouse, that's unconstitutional, right? When the NSA spies on you, that's unconstitutional. When they try to stop you from filming at the post office, that's unconstitutional. The post office.
When the NSA wants to take your phone and delete your videos from your personal phone, without you committing any crimes. That's unconstitutional.
You know, we might add something. Jonathan's got a great thing right there. Fake Mike, real news, loud weed. Yeah. And we got that Wu-Tang guy. I like this guy. He's that Wu-Tang guy. Just call him Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang. I love that guy. I love Wu-Tang. My goal is to perform live on stage with Wu-Tang and my Fake Mike, Mr. America. We're going to get there. So what's the point of what I'm just telling you right now? Well, the point of what I'm just telling you is very simple. We live in a world where almost everything that happens now is unconstitutional, but yet all laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. That means they're null and void. That means the NSA spying, that's null and void. The Patriot Act, that's null and void. That means all these illegal wars we've been going to without the War Powers Act, AFG, faux twizzy, thank you, thank you. Miss Rawls is saying the NSA loves her naked pitch. I'm sure they love all of our naked. They're a bunch of creepy pervs. They love hearing us, right? They love it. But they're unconstitutional. That's the point here. They're unconstitutional. Any law which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. So I wanted to start with that. Brian O'Connor, thank you so much, very much. Shazak, make sure you message me. I just woke up from a nap, and I wish I could show you what's on my floor right now. I got notebooks and papers like crazy I'm trying to go through. Because as people actually, why don't you get a job? Well, why don't you get a job? Well, I do work a job, you idiot. And I do a 2-hour radio show, syndicated radio show.
Also, if you just started watching this live stream, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Please, please, please hit the thumbs up. Thank you guys for donations. You can continue, Will. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, yeah, actually, you know, someone's saying we were disrespectful to Jordan Maxwell. I disagree. I disagree. We gave Jordan Maxwell all the time he wanted. We gave him his entire thing. Jordan Maxwell's a hero. I'm not disrespectful to Jordan Maxwell. I'll tell you that much right now. Jordan Maxwell is a hero, and I love Jordan Maxwell. I'll do anything I can for Jordan Maxwell. So you are wrong there. If you think we were a bit disrespectful to him, then you get him on your show. We're gonna have Jordan back on. I've interviewed him like 4 or 5 times now. You know, what do you want? But before we continue, the first thing I wanted to start with is the law of the land, the Constitution. That's most important, because if we have mass amounts of people not going to comply when they know something, non-violently, mass non-compliance, then we can change things. We can definitely change things for sure. So before we get to that, though, Auditing America, it's been a while. Where can people find you online, and how are things going over on TikTok and the gram?
TikTok's doing great. We just reached 117,000 followers just over a year on TikTok. So I believe those are great numbers. We have for that, I don't think we've reached 40 million views yet on TikTok, but this past month we had 2 videos that went viral. One of them had 1 million views in just a day, and now it's up to like 3.3 million views. The other one's at 2.4 million views. Both videos from New Hampshire. I also released those videos from the Naval Shipyard in New Hampshire. Those both reached over 100,000 views on YouTube and on TikTok. TikTok's a way better, quicker, actually. It's a quicker way to enjoy Auditing America's videos, since you guys can see like little clips from our usually longer videos. So if you want to check out our TikTok, it's Auditing America. Make sure you go over there. Also, please go to Instagram. You want to send me a message, go to Instagram, Auditing America.
Just give them a follow.
And we need better numbers up on Instagram.
Yeah, I see people in the chat saying, how can we get in touch with you, Mr. America? And that's the best place. Give him a follow over on Instagram. Send him a message. Give him time. He's got a lot of messages. He's got a lot of people. So give him time. You can also find me on Instagram, Fake Mike Real News. But I need you guys to find me on all platforms, Fake Mike Real News, MIC, and Auditing America. Auditing America is on Instagram. Give them a follow over there. We're also on TikTok. We have a Facebook group that I want you guys to join. And then thank you guys for all the donations that you've given. It's very much appreciated. So another thing I wanted to talk about too, just briefly, we'll keep this part brief here, but are the bootlickers, right? These bootlickers are getting out of control. There's people out there that are just so in their heads, and actually they're not in their heads, they're in their fields. They're all up in their emotions, and that's not allowing them to make logical decisions. So that's how they get us. Actually, I'm going to read a quote from Bernays right now, which I wanted to do the other day. And this is very important. And this is why, whether the bootlickers, the Democrats, the Republicans, or whatever their particular brainwashing is, this is how we get them. This is a very important quote. I need you guys to share this video. Find Auditing America on all platforms. This is important stuff right here. This is from my Instagram right here. You guys can go verify the quote. Now, this is from Edward Bernays. Edward Bernays, press 1 in the chat if you guys know who Edward Bernays is. Press 2 if you don't know who Edward Bernays is. Let's see. Before we do this quote, I want to know, let's see. I want to know too. Okay. So we have a few people that don't know Edward Bernays, which is good. Great. Actually, this is great. Jerry Webb, great. Shout out to Jerry Webb. Oh, great. All right. I'm going to give you guys a brief, very, very brief history lesson. Who's Edward Bernays, you guys are asking? I'm glad you asked. Edward Bernays was the nephew of Sigmund Freud. He was the American nephew of Sigmund Freud. He published all of Sigmund Freud's work. He took in the United States and elsewhere. He understood people like Gustave Le Bon, who wrote a book called The Study of the Crowd's Popular of the Popular Mind, or the Popular Crowd. Anyways, Gustave Le Bon wrote a very influential book, and he understood, through his uncle Freud, he understood human psychology and how to manipulate it, more importantly. So Edward Bernays took all the information he got from Freud, and he literally wrote the book on propaganda. The book called Propaganda, he wrote. He created public relations. Edward Bernays worked with Rockefeller, the government, very influential people in marketing places, marketing agencies and businesses to control our minds. So I'll give you a couple examples. I'm going to read this quote, and it's a very powerful quote right here. It's from his book, Propaganda. Before, around the turn of the century, there was a taboo against women smoking cigarettes. Men smoked cigarettes, but women didn't. It was seen as a men's thing. So the tobacco companies approached Edward Bernays and said, hey, we're missing out on half of our clientele here. How can we get women to start smoking? So what he did is he hired psychoanalysts, and he came up with a plan. And he also was very like this with the elite. Like I told you, the Rockefellers, all the rich boys over there. And he had his people at the New York Times. And when women were protesting for the right to vote around 1920, the suffragettes, at the Macy's parade, which we still have today, at the end of the Macy's parade, he took a women protesters, suffragettes, who were protesting for the right to vote, and he had them all at the end of the parade light up cigarettes, and he had his boy at the newspaper call them Liberty torches. And then after that, women started smoking cigarettes. Then the pork company came to Edward Bernays and say, hey, we're throwing away all of our pig bellies. Is there anything you could do to help us sell this stuff? They were like, okay, yeah, sure. So we got a blonde, blue-eyed white mom, said bacon and eggs. Bacon and eggs, that's the American breakfast. So now we eat the bacon, the pig's belly, that would normally get thrown away in a lot of places because of Edward Bernays. Edward Bernays took the length of women's skirts from ankle length to high thigh length. So here's a quote, just so you know, this guy wrote the book on propaganda. He created the term public relations. And him, Aldous Huxley, Bertrand Russell, all these people laid the groundwork for the manipulation that's going on today. Here's a quote. This is from Edward Bernay's 1928 book, Propaganda. The conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country. We are governed, our minds are molded, our tastes formed, our ideas suggested, largely by men we have never heard of. This is a logical result of the way in which our democratic society is organized. Vast numbers of human beings must cooperate in this manner if they are to live together in a smoothly functioning society. So, what did this guy just say? He says, the manipulation of the habits and opinions of us, the masses, is an important element in society. And he goes on to say, those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society are an invisible government, which are the true ruling power of our country. I'm going to read those two paragraphs again because they're very important. This is important, guys. This is how they've been controlling us since 1928. This is why they have us fighting each other, left versus right. This is why people care more about sports and video games than they do a bunch of wizards stealing all their rights and crapping on their birthright. The conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in a democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism in society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country. We are governed, our minds are molded, our tastes formed, our ideas suggested, largely by men we have never heard of. This is a logical result of the way in which our democratic society is organized. Vast numbers of human beings must cooperate in this manner if they are to live together as a smoothly functioning society. So that's a lot right there. And that's how, remember how we talked about the other day, we talked about the Bavarian Illuminati, then we talked about the Rhodes Milner Group. Yes, thank you, Dre. That is the best, exactly, right? Talking, learning stuff, spitting facts, and smoking loud. Yeah, that is the best. So remember how I told you guys how we went from more freedom to less freedom, and then we started with the Bavarian Illuminati. We went on to the Rhodes Roundtable Group. We went on to the Royal Institute for International Affairs, the Council on Foreign Relations, right? We talked about the United Nations, the Bilderberg Group. So this is one aspect. This is who we have on to sell things. That's why these people can say anything on the news and make you believe it. We're governed, our minds are molded, our tastes are formed by these people. It says the manipulation of us is necessary. And an invisible government runs this country. So that's why they had CIA Operation Mockingbird in the 1960s, where they spent over $1 billion worth of today's money to propagandize us and journalists. That's why everything that you see on TV is run by a few different corporations. And okay, so I've been checking that out, guys. I've been talking a little bit here, guys. What do you guys think about Edward Bernays? Because that's how they're running stuff to this day. They understand our psychology and they manipulate it. They've been knowing this for over 100 years now. And so they brainwashed our great-grandparents. And then you don't even have to brainwash people after that. What do I think of the JFK assassination? Well, I definitely don't think Lee Harvey Oswald was the lone gunman. I think the government now, it's been, 76, 78 years? I don't even know how many years it's been. And we still don't have all the files on that. The government still hasn't declassified all of that. I think there's a lot of questions regarding the JFK assassination. Remember what JFK says? We as Americans are opposed to secret societies, secret oaths, secret handshakes. People say he was talking about communism, but communism doesn't have secret handshakes. It's not a secret society. Communism is an open form of government. So that's what I think about that. Yeah, if you guys got questions, big shout outs to my boy Bear Britton Audis. That's my boy out there. Massive love to my pimp out there. Now I want to talk about a few other things too. Let's talk about a couple other things while we got here. Share this video, guys, because we're talking about a lot of different things here. A lot of different things. Please share these videos. I hope you guys look into Edward Bernays, because he's one of the most fascinating characters out there. There's a few documentaries about him. And this guy was a really evil man. His daughter is on video saying he called me stupid. He thought everybody was stupid. I mean, he even called his own daughter stupid. That should tell you. Yeah, Johnny True, thank you very much for the recent subscription. And he's going through my videos and smacking the like. I very much appreciate all the new subscribers. Thanks to Auditing America. Thank you for getting me over 10,000 there, Mr. America. I really appreciate that, bro. I mean, honestly, like this guy's the reason. Love me or hate me. This guy, Mr. America, is the reason why you guys know me. So I'm very much appreciative. That and the law of attraction. I attracted this.
You did all this by yourself, bro. With all the work you've put in.
The Chuck So says, have I ever considered running for public office? I did before, but I'm not a status, and I don't think you can change things from inside. I don't think you can change the beast by becoming part of the beast. There are people that have been effective like that, but I don't think that's the best road. I think the people that have really made change never really did it in the system. People like Martin Luther King Jr., people like Gandhi, people like that, they use nonviolent resistance, and they changed the world from outside the system. They forced the system to change. And plus, have you guys heard of voluntarism? Press 1 in the chat if you've ever heard of voluntarism. Press 2 if you haven't. That's right. Your favorite YouTuber is live. Mr. America is here, guys. That's what's up, man. I'm very fortunate that he lets me do this. Twyla's in the house. Yeah, the tattoo is looking fresh. You guys all know. All right, voluntarism. We're going to have to do a whole show on voluntarism. I'll give you a brief overview. See, most of you guys know. Yeah, you guys didn't know? He's got a fresh new tat. Nitram Case. All right, Nitram Case, you know. Nitram Case is playing. Voluntarism is the next step, right? The next step beyond 1776 and freedom. It was a good idea. They tried it out. Didn't work. But voluntarism just means two things. One thing is the non-aggression principle. That means you don't hurt anybody. You don't break anybody's stuff. You don't bother anybody. The only time you do anything to somebody is if they're aggressing upon you. If they're being violent to you, then of course you have the right to defend yourself. That's a basic human right, self-defense. But basically just says non-aggression principles, you're not preemptively aggressive or violent towards anybody. And so what voluntarists believe, we believe that all human interactions should be consensual. What does that mean? Well, if I went to the store and I was like, damn, that's a shiny looking red delicious apple. You're selling it for 75 cents. I have 75 cents. Take my 75 cents. I want that apple. And they're like, sure. And I'm like, awesome. Then if a young man or a young woman approached somebody of the same or opposite sex and said, hey, you look nice. Want to go? And they were like, why, I'd love to. Yes, that's. But if I went into that store and stole that apple, that's not consensual. Right? Two guys smoking weed about. Yeah. Working as the head of chemical assessment for Pfizer, the largest criminal gang outside the government ever. In Turbo, yes, I was working for JPL. I was working with the occultist over there, Jack Parsons. I was working with Aleister Crowley, Venne Brown, all the Masons and the occultists and the Nazis. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Nice comment, weirdo. Yeah, dope tattoo. Everyone's saying dope tattoo. It is dope. Do you guys know what it says? It's fresh. Where was I? I lost my point here with the bootlegger. What were we talking about? Non-aggression principle. So Same thing. If you rape somebody, that's not consensual. We just believe that all human interactions should be consensual. But what we have now is all human interactions in the United States and elsewhere are not consensual. So, for example, if I don't want to pay taxes because I want to protest the fact that I don't like my taxes being used to murder innocent brown people, drone strike funerals and weddings over in the Middle East and Africa, well, then men with guns will come to my house and throw me in a cage or kill me. So that's not consensual. So we just believe that all human interactions should be consensual. I'm going to do a video about that coming up soon. All right. Mr. America's laughing in the chat, so I know he's seeing some good stuff over here. Let's see. Enrique is hilarious. Says he just sit back, chill, lets me do my thing. Yeah. We got merch coming out within. So stay tuned for that. We got some fire ass merch coming. Yeah, it never worked, says the Collage Warrior. Yes, taxes are wasted for BS. Exactly. There's actually, if anybody actually thinks there's a reason we need a government, put it in the chat. I'd like to hear it. I'd like to hear that. Is that like a law? Usama, what up? Shout out.
Is that like a law?
Is that like a law? A law? What do you guys think of my Auditing America impression? I love when people say, give me a shout out. Give me a shout out right now, Auditing America. People walk up to Auditing America on the streets, grab him by the collar, and say, give me a shout out next time on your channel. It's crazy. Yes, Enrique has an awesome heart. He does, man. He could be making a living doing many other things. He could go out and be a hit hire. He could be selling crack to little kids. He could walk up to kids at the playground. Psst, psst. Hey, kids, want some heroin? No, he's not doing that. He's going up to Bill and Hillary Clinton and wrecking the mother-living crap out of them. Hey, what did you do on Jeffrey Egg Salad's private jet there, guys? And have a wonderful day. Oh, thanks for the gumball, Mickey. We're asking these people questions that the mainstream media doesn't have the balls to ask them. We're walking up to the face of these tyrants, calling them out. He's got a great heart. Yes, the Collage Warrior, Democide. That is the #1 killer of the last 100. May I respond to some haters? What do you say, Auditing America? One or not? People are. No, okay, we're not gonna do that. But I will say this. I'm not gonna respond to the haters. But look, I will say this, and this is, I think, what I'm gonna do from now on. We get the haters. Hey, Will, no one's gonna take you serious with a backwards hat. Well, I'm just gonna hold it there. John McAfee took me serious. Martin Luther King Jr.'s niece took me serious. MIT scholars, TED speakers, the inventor of email, they took me serious. You know who else took me serious? Your mom. So if anybody has any more problems with me, sorry, I had to. Last one. But I made Mr. America promise. I'm gonna make him a promise live on air so you guys can call me out if you have to. From now on, haters, this is what you can do. Find me, Fake Mike Real News, Instagram, Fake Mike Real News, Gmail, Will Turbit on Facebook. Find me on any one of those platforms I got, every single one. Send me a comment. I might miss it. Send me 2 comments. Hey, Will.
Yeah, send me a message on Instagram too. If you want to get in touch with me, you can send me a message through Instagram. So that's the best way.
In America, but all these haters that have so much to talk, come on my show, come on my show, my syndicated radio show, or my YouTube channel, and tell me this to my face. We'll have a debate. Even better, we'll set it up in person. Have a debate. Have a debate with me. The haters let you guys talk all the stuff you want, but I need a belt. I've got this awesome list. I need a belt because I'm the undisputed debate champion. No one has ever, and The Rock means ever beat me in a debate. It can't happen. Can't happen. So all you haters will say, well, yep. Talk that junk, I'll hit you with the link. We'll go live, dog. Say what you got to say, because I will wreck and own you. Okay, that's enough for that. So that's enough for that. Let's talk about something very important. This is Auditing America, because this is the only channel where you can hear all this type of stuff. Now, we're going to talk about two things. Kyle Rittenhouse and Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, so I'm gonna have to give a shout out here. It's a very important shout out. Christanti Harris from the Rundown Live. People always go on about me and Mr. America. Oh, you guys aren't real journalists. You guys aren't doing anything. Well, first of all, I'm not gonna sit here and brag about all the things they did. Just go look at the channels and you can see it. And then after that, come at me, bro. But independent journalists are the only things that are actually making a difference, or people that are making a difference or a change right now. Quick example, Kyle Rittenhouse. Those were all the videos that were in court. Those were from independent journalists. BBC and Fox, they were over in a little barricade a whole bunch away with all their makeup on. They weren't there. Now, Christanti Harris from the Rundown Live, he's the one that got the footage, and they called him to testify. He made the news and changed history. And now, because of his actions, other journalists are like, oh, and because of what Mr. America does, people are like, oh, maybe I should get from out behind the teleprompter and go on the streets, because that's where the stuff's going on. Oh, yeah. It took me, Mr. America, to remind you, and independent journalists everywhere, to remind you how to do your job. And now, Christanti Harris is going to be at the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. He's already there. And guess, I told you guys a lie. Because I told you guys I was going to go to the Ghislaine Maxwell trial and cover it. And then I told you I couldn't. But I don't know, maybe in the next week or so, I might be in New York City. I might just happen to run up on Ghislaine Maxwell. I might just happen to be in the courtroom. I might just happen to be in the courthouse. I might just happen to run up on her sisters and ask them a question. I might just say, hey, Ghislaine's sisters. Ooh, do you see the way that's refracting the light, though? It's epic. All right, guys, so I want to ask you here. Thank you for the love. We don't need cash. We appreciate it. We do appreciate the donations, but what we appreciate even more than donations, and something that's absolutely free, you can go to Auditing America on Instagram. You can give them a like, share, subscribe. You can give them the same thing on TikTok. You can give our videos a share. You can find Fake Mike Real News on all platforms and give us a like, share, and subscribe. It's absolutely free. It costs nothing. Takes a couple seconds. Share Twitter, Instagram, send your Facebook wall, Messenger, email, text message. Share our videos. Share our best videos. Share the videos where we totally wreck Joe Biden like 19 times. Like, I've confronted Joe Biden 4 times. I've wrecked him, like owned him. Or find the videos where we have the great interviews or the great confrontations. Pick the videos, get them out to other people. That's how you help us out. That's the best way to help us out. We do appreciate the donations, very much appreciated, because, hey, you know what I'm saying? We're not rich. We're not over here with makeup. We don't get millions of dollars from large corporations, big pharma. We don't get any money from Pfizer here. This is Pfizer free, dude. We're just 2 dudes with snapbacks, keeping it real. So, guys, I want to ask you a question. That's right, you guys at home. I want to ask you a question. What should I ask Mr. America? Someone's saying Mr. America doesn't have his views or opinions. No, I've actually chemically altered Mr. America. Last time I was there, I put a lobotomizing toxin in it. No, Mr. America just knows that I have had way too much coffee, and I got a lot to say. Trust me. And if you're new to this channel, Mr. America, we have this thing.
What's
Should
up?
I tell
What's
them
up?
about?
What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Ask.
Yeah, ask
away. What do
questions.
you have any questions for me? Anybody have any questions for me?
Yeah, guys, ask Mr. America some questions here. I've been hogging up all the airtime, and that's what happens. People are like, oh, Enrique is so smart and cool, and he's smooth, but Will, I'm gonna have to unsubscribe. One more video with Will, I'm gonna have to unsubscribe. He's dragging you down, man. Okay, I'm letting Mr. America speak for a sec. But I have a question for you guys later. So stay tuned for the question. All right, you reading these comments here, Pimp?
Hey, Jack. I don't answer questions. Yeah, they got me there.
Yay, nice. That's awesome, Justin. That's very good. Everybody deserves to defend themselves. We actually didn't we audit the CIA? Well, not the home base of the CIA.
The DEA.
Well, we did the DEA, but I have had CIA whistleblower John Kiriakou, the award-winning author and whistleblower, who was the inspiration for Edward Snowden. Edward Snowden said John Kiriakou interviewed him. I've interviewed him like 10 times. I went to his house. He's autographed a book for me. But yes, that is one bucket list that we haven't hit up. So we're going to audit them. Thank you very much for finding us on Instagram and whatever the other platform you just said. The chat's going too fast. No one cares about higher.
Remember that song, that Cleveland song that you showed me?
Yo, so you guys, after this video, there's two hilarious.
Shout out to Cleveland. I love Cleveland. They got really good weed over there too.
People don't know that Cleveland was also another city that the Rockefellers basically created out of thin air, more or less. So there's this video on YouTube. It's called Hastily Made Cleveland Tourism Video. Dude, and he makes these two videos. They're like each a minute long. And it's supposed to be a hastily made Cleveland tourism video. And he's like, fun times in Cleveland again. It's still Cleveland, Cleveland. Come on down to Cleveland time, everyone. Come and look at both of our buildings. And he's talking about how the river catches on fire and all this stuff. Looks like a Scooby-Doo ghost town. It just roast Cleveland. Hilarious. Our entire economy is based on LeBron James. Just wrecking Cleveland so bad. I've been to Cleveland. I actually do love Cleveland. It's pretty dope. I'm happy about Chris Cuomo getting the boot. I'm happy about Andrew Cuomo getting the boot. We went to the State House in New York. Remember that audit, Mr. America? And Andrew Cuomo was hiding in his office.
Which one?
The State House in Albany. Was it Albany? Yeah, Albany, New York is the state capital there. And Andrew Cuomo was hiding in his office because he didn't want to have to come out and get wrecked by us. And his personal guards were, you can't come, this door's locked, and we're going to get him out the other way. He's probably doing some weird stuff non-consensually to women. That's why he got fired. Or did he resign? I forget. But either way, he's not there anymore. Yes, the whisk makes it better. Shout out to all my peeps in Wisconsin out there. Yes, what questions do you guys have for Auditing America and me? I'm going to ask you guys a question. Oh, someone's asking some questions here, Mr. Pimp.
Yeah, I got a new tattoo. It says Mr. America.
Jack Jones, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Someone's asking someone to put you in timeout. That's not necessarily Mr. America. There's moderators, and sometimes if you say certain things, YouTube will automatically delete your comment. There's certain words you can't say, like when I'm clicking clacking like the cat in the meme. Sometimes I'm going back and forth debating with people online. They're like, you can't post that. You can't say that. Not say that word. So we're not necessarily banning anybody here. Yeah, Mr. America, you've traveled quite a bit. What are some of the favorite cities that you've been?
Denver.
Denver's ish.
Denver. I like LA.
We'll go to Pakistan eventually, for sure. Here, America, man, we audited the Pentagon. Someone said audit the Pentagon. We already audited the Pentagon. We wrecked the Pentagon. It's just no filming everywhere. Want to let them know about the lack of a plane on 9/11. Just audited the heck out of them. We're gonna go everywhere. Audit the Vatican. Yeah, that's what I really like to do. And Afghanistan. Hey, if we had all the money in the world, we just buy an RV and we just audit everywhere. We would literally start from we would fly our RV up to the tippity top of Alaska, drive through Canada, zigzag the United States. Oh no, we didn't. And then go through Mexico, South America. Then we'll break. Then we'll set a sail right through Antarctica, bust through the flat Earth ice wall, and then we'll go through Africa, North Korea. They're not going to be happy when we get there.
Do you think the Earth is flat?
I do not. I was just a joke right there. It may be. I don't know. I'm not a spaceman.
Anybody think the Earth is flat? Here.
Well, we did that famous video outside of NASA. We did a few NASA videos. Remember the NASA videos we did, Doc? So, yeah. I'm glad you guys don't think the Earth is flat. Well, it could be round, it could be flat, it could be a turtle. We don't know because we're not up there. I do know that NASA lies to us all the time, and they waste billions of our dollars annually. And NASA, like I said earlier,
what is it, like 10 billion or 20 billion a year?
It's 10 billion a year, which is still better than the CIA because the CIA, we don't even know how much we pay them. But yeah, NASA was created by Masons, occultists, and literal Nazis. I mean, Werner von Braun and several other Nazi scientists came over through Operation Paperclip and basically created NASA and our intelligence agencies, worked with our intelligence agencies. So NASA is definitely, not that I trust them, but whether the Earth's round or flat or whatever it is, to me, quite frankly, doesn't make a difference. We still have to fight for our rights here. I mean, even if the Earth is a rhombus or flat, I mean, we still got the wizards out there. We still got people trying to harm our children, to take our rights, trying to spy on us, and just the wars. So we got to figure that stuff out. And then once we've done all that, once Edward Snowden is home free, once John Kiriakou is pardoned, once Julian Assange is free, once we have our rights back and our freedoms and all the bad stuff not going on, I would be the first person to go. No, I'm not going to Antarctica, though. I'm not going to Antarctica. I'm not doing it. It's too cold. We've audited Catholic churches before. We've confronted corrupt bishops before. Yeah, a lot of it. All right, I'm going to ask you guys a question, and then while I'm asking you guys a question, I want you guys to ask us any other final questions that we got here. So I want to ask you guys, if I do happen to pop in at the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, what questions should I ask? Who should I talk to outside? I know Ghislaine got some sisters. What do you guys think? And we'll take any final questions from Mr. America here.
I think you should go straight to the family members.
Well, some of Ghislaine's family members are intertwined in this whole web. So I've already got a couple questions I'm thinking about there. But yeah, and plus you guys know I'm gonna have to
paparazzi style.
I'm gonna have to shoot some exclusive Mr. America footage as always.
Yeah, just ask them, where are they hiding Jeffrey?
Yeah. It's a good question. That's a good question. What really happened? I know one thing. He didn't kill himself. That's one thing. That's one thing for sure. All right, guys. I want to ask you another thing. My ID? I don't answer questions. It's his right not to do that too.
Yo, I gotta go.
Guys, before we go, find me first. Most importantly, right? Kidding. Find Fake Mike Real News. I'm on YouTube. I'm actually going to right now debut a brand new video on Fake Mike Real News. It's going to be brand new, and I am talking to Tristan T. Harris, who was at the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, testified there, got the footage, and also is at the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. He's the only non-controlled media that's there. So I'm going to debut a brand new video. So you want to know what's going on with Ghislaine Maxwell? There's a lot of weird stuff we talked about in this interview. It's incredible. So find me on Fake Mike Real News, YouTube, Demand the Truth, Fake Mike Real News on Instagram, TikTok, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Minds, Twitch, every single platform. Fake Mike Real News, Fake Mike Real News. I'm on Facebook, Fake Mike Real News. And don't forget FakeMikeRealNews.com, Discord, and Telegram, FakeMikeRealNews.com, Fake Mike Real, all platforms. And Mr. America, thank you very much for letting me talk my shit. As always, it's very much appreciated. How can people find you and help you out, Mr. America?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. Auditing America on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Minds, PayPal, Cash App. Thank you guys for donations. You guys are the best. Much love. Peace.
Guys, we're going to be kicking it here with a couple snapbacks, Fake Mike Real News. We're going to be kicking it here. We're going to be doing our activism. I want to see you guys out there doing some nonviolent activism. Get Mr. America's videos out. Go through right now. Give him some thumbs up. The algorithm. Share them videos right now. We're going to be doing some activism. We want you to do some activism. We're going to be over here kicking it. Some blunts, some 40s, a snapback, and a Fake Mike Real News.
See you later.
Dang.